Robots, listen to the smart robots.
So today we're reviewing the episode of The Office where Jim convinces Dwight that he's a robot.
No. This is the Netflix original animation feature, Next Gen.
Jen?
Wrong.
Hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen. No, this is not have Morris Moss from IT Crowd.
Oh, like Generation? Is that what it is? Next Gen? Okay, I get it. It's like a technology thing.
Yeah. Allegedly. There are robots, and it is futuristic. Anyway, thanks for checking out our review. Don't forget to like, share,
comment,
and
subscribe, and check us out on where?
Patreon.
Yeah, check us out on Patreon. What are you waiting for?
Do it already.
There you can listen to our podcast. We actually recently just did a podcast where we did a review of 2018 movies so far, and also what we're looking forward to for the rest of 2018. Mm-hmm. And Josh also recently posted an art tutorial that's exclusive to our patrons. So go ahead and check us out on Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon's really great. It helps us keep this channel going.
Yeah.
So tell your friends, get some more subscribers in there.
Yeah.
It'd be really appreciated.
So this is a Netflix original film. It's, I would say, a family movie. It's animated.
Right.
And it does take place in the future where there are robots in basically every person's home. And not just like a robot. Like they have robots.
Multiple robots.
Everywhere. Anything that you can think of that could possibly be a robot.
Is a robot.
They have robots playing sports. They have robot ramen noodle bowls. They have
robot comb.
Right.
Robot this, robot that. Everything's robots.
Everything. And it's actually a very creative,
right,
and cute world that they've created, and the animation's really nice, I thought. So what did you like about this movie, Josh?
Well, I will say I like the animation. For something that's like coming straight to, basically the TV kind of thing, the streaming services.
Right.
For something that's not Disney, not Pixar, not DreamWorks, this looked really nice.
Yeah.
I liked the designs that they came up with. Not your like run-of-the-mill cookie cutter kind of stuff.
Right.
It had some real ingenuity, and stuff was pretty cool and creative. I did like that. I also liked the cast. I always like John Krasinski. He's good. And David Cross, I think, is always funny too.
I always think there's an issue when you're going to futuristic of making it look like a realistic future, like something you could actually imagine today's world evolving into.
Right.
And I think they did a good job with that. And you're right. This is from an animation studio that I've never heard of.
Right.
It's just it's not one of the major studios out there. And I think it was really well done. It was nice to look at.
Right. I think a lot of those like lower tier, I guess, not one of the big league animation studios stuff, it kind of looks like it does belong straight to video kind of thing.
Yeah.
For that old term. Anyway.
But this actually could have been a theatrical release,
I think
just
so.
Based on the visuals.
Yeah, I think it was very nice.
Yeah. Anything else you liked about it? So.
I actually did like the way they did the opening credits.
Yeah.
Kind of fleshing out the story of the main protagonist, and I thought that was really clever. I did like that.
They put all the exposition in this kind of almost dialogue-free, for the most part,
right,
opening sequence where you see the main character, the protagonist, may go from being a little girl to a teenager.
Yeah.
And you see.
Very effective. Right.
You know the background story. You know what she's coming into, what her conflict, what her problem is, just from what they do with the opening credits. And I did think that was very effective.
I thought that was great storytelling.
Yeah.
I did like that quite a bit.
Yeah.
How about you? What did you like?
So, again, I like the visuals. I did like the background, the exposition, background stuff that they did at the beginning of the movie. I thought in general it was very heartwarming. It had... I thought there were some good messages in there without being like too heavy-handed sermon-y, preachy without being super annoying, and it wasn't like overly sweet and sentimental either. There were some very humorous moments in it, which and it was for the most part very family-friendly. Like it's something that you could mostly watch with your kids. The only thing that I would caution is there is this dog in there, Momo, and the robot, Project 77 is able to understand what the dog is saying, so that you hear, not just barks, you hear the dog dialogue, and the dog has a total potty mouth, but they bleep it all out. So, your kids aren't actually going to hear the cuss words, but, you still kind of know the cuss words that he's saying, right? Yeah. I mean, so that's the only caution for parents around this one, but I think the message is really good. There's a message about forgiveness, moving on from, difficult things. There's also a message about the dangers of technology, but not totally like, all technology is evil. Yeah. But really just kind of trying to find a balance, I think, with how we use technology and kind of also the importance of being able to process and assimilate and hold on to things that are both positive and negative in our lives. That sometimes it's okay, like that we can't let the negative things that have happened to us overwhelm us so much that we can't then create any new positive memories. But at the same time, it is important to hold on to at least some remnant of the feelings and the experiences we've had with things that are not so pleasant, because that is how growth, happens to us as human beings. So I thought there were some good messages in it. What I didn't like about it was I felt like the plot was a little incoherent at times, a little haphazard, and not really. I mean, this movie's an hour and 45 minutes long, and honestly, there were a lot of parts of it that weren't that well developed. Rounded out, And so I felt like they had the good basis of a story without having it totally written in a way that could, I feel like it could have been really good. It could have been excellent. Yeah. But instead, the writing didn't really take you there. There were a lot of characters you just didn't really learn anything about. Yeah. And even
I will echo those sentiments.
Yeah. And even the protagonist, May, was a little bit one note sometimes. And that was unfortunate. I feel like most of the characters really just didn't get any development. You didn't really understand them. You didn't really understand the motivation. The whole villain piece of the story, was really underserved. Like, you just really didn't get much from that at all. So that was unfortunate. Anything that stood out to you that wasn't that great?
No, I think I'll just echo your sentiments on that stuff. I kind of thought the same things. So
yeah, it's kind of weird to have a movie that's this long and feel like the plot wasn't really developed that well, and that things felt kind of rushed, because it was like it doesn't feel like a short movie. It feels like a movie that's an hour and 45 minutes long, but still you feel like there are elements of the story that they just rushed and that they just didn't really pay enough attention to.
Right.
Which is unfortunate.
So overall, would you go for this one?
I mean, I think, if you have Netflix, you're not paying any extra to watch it. Right. I mean, it's worth checking out. Sure. Because, like I said, there's some good messages, there's some sweet moments, there's some humor to it. It's really pretty to look at, So I think it's worth a watch. But I'm, certainly not one of my favorites. I would say it's kind of a solid 3. Yeah. And
a good movie, but maybe a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Like a 3 that could have been a 4. Like, I feel like, with just a little bit better writing.
Well, again, I will paste and copy and paste, whatever you do with that crap. All that stuff. A good movie, but could have been more. Yeah. So, anyway, that's what I think. I hear what you think.
I do like the picture that you did, and it captures what's really at the heart of the whole entire story, which is this relationship between May and Project 77.
Well, thank you. I had a fun time drawing this. It turned out really nice, and very happy with it. I was kind of worried for a second, but it turned out pretty good. So, anyway, thanks for checking out our review.
Yep, thanks.